Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna think about this one, Sarah.
Sit on it.
Thank you. You know how us Aquas do, like, I feel like everybody's gonna watch this video as an Aquarius and be like, I may not internalize all these things that they told me today, but I'm gonna think about it.
I was actually gonna say that. Aquarius, more than any other sign, when they watch this video, they're gonna be like, didn't hit. And then like 2 weeks later, you know, not that I've had the time to process.
Right, gonna go back and watch it again.
Maybe there was some, like maybe there's a little bit of truth. Just a little bit.
I can agree with that, you know?
It's fine. Take your time, sweetie.
Yes, you take your time to process those emotions.
Yeah, I'll be here waiting.
Right, we will be. What's good, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are charmed and dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we're dangerous.
Dangerous. Especially when we letting you heal out here.
Yes, we telling you how to evolve, you know, how to be your best self in this life. And this video is special for you Aquas, Aquariuses out there. All Aqua placements can potentially relate to this.
Or people that are around a lot of Aquarius placements, have Aquariuses close to them and they want to help them maybe in some way. Maybe send them this video.
Right, you can learn a lot about Aquariuses, I think, too, just by the points that we're going to share today.
Absolutely, and if it's your first time here, we have been doing this for all other signs. This is actually the last sign in this specific series. So we have told y'all all the tips and tricks on how to evolve. So if you know someone, or if you are any other sign, the video is already out there for you. So go to our channel and check it out.
Check it out. Bears. So what is your first point on how Aquas can evolve?
Yes, my first tip for you Aquas. I want you guys to tell people about your negative emotions without being embarrassed for experiencing them in the first place.
Yes.
You know, Aquariuses, you are not as emotionless as people make you out to be. I've said this in literally every other video that involves Aquariuses. You just take longer to process your emotions, and that is completely okay. Don't let people rush you as long as you still experience them and let them know. You know, you do have to validate those emotions, Aquarius, on your own, you know, not with other people. You have to do that by yourself. And a lot of Aquas, I feel like, have a lot of repressed anger that they don't even know about. You know, like, you guys are so chill, you're an air sign, like, you're living it up. But at the end of the day, you're not dealing with a lot of repressed anger. And it's because probably when you were a kid, your emotions weren't validated often. So you have to feel like, as long as I just keep them closed and locked up, I'll be fine in this world. But as an adult, that holds you back a lot. And in order to evolve, you need to deal with them. You know, when you tell yourself that you're fine, or that, you know, you don't care and it's not that deep, like, I know that's a fucking lie. Like, we were just talking about this offline. I have a lot of Aquarius placement friends, romantic partner, like family members. I have been around you guys since I was born because I have siblings that are Aquariuses. I know that you guys are really good at playing it off, but I see, as a Scorpio, I'm intuitive, I see how much you guys hold yourselves back because you don't express your emotions because you're scared of being judged for them.
Yeah.
You know, and Aquarius energy just wants everyone to get along, being ruled by, you know, the 11th house, the community. And, you know, like I said, it's not that deep, but at the end of the day, every time you bite your tongue because you have a problem with someone, your actions or your energy always shows your real feelings towards that person or that situation. You know, we feel your coldness, Aquarius, we feel it. So might as well just speak up. Because I know what it feels like to be around an Aquarius.
Yes.
That, you know, is feeling some type of way, but they're not telling me. And maybe other people, maybe other signs who aren't water signs, or maybe even just everyone can feel it too. But for me, it really does bother me. Because I'm a water sign, I want Aquariuses to talk about their emotions.
Right.
Because I know how it works. When you talk about your emotions, you let it go. When you don't talk about it, that shit lingers and it affects you. And I don't want it to affect you guys anymore.
Yeah.
So speak up.
My first point for you Aquas is, don't alienate yourself from the people you love. I feel like we all know Aquariuses are rebels and they are fiercely independent, and we love to walk to the beat of our own drum, right? But I want to remind you, Aquas, how much we also love being in a group. You know what I mean? We love to be a part of a group and part of a community. So don't be so independent that you're actually alienating yourself from the people that you love. I feel like Aqua energy can already come off very aloof or uninterested, as like people love to say. And when you're always going against the grain, I feel like people may start to resent that. You know what I mean? And I know you're not trying to be difficult and you don't mean to be pushing people out by your individuality. You know, that's not your intention. I know that. So just remind people that you appreciate their individuality and their opinions as well, even if they don't match yours. You know, because I think sometimes Aqua can do that where it's like, oh, you don't necessarily match my opinion. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, poo-poo you. You know, so don't alienate them in that sense, right? Like, you want to be appreciated for your individuality and uniqueness. You have to do the same for other people.
I agree. I feel like one of the things that you can learn from Libra, your fellow air sign, is speaking to all different kinds of people and trying to understand them and relate to them on some level. Yes, maybe something they said bothered you and you don't agree with that one thing, but that doesn't mean that you can't find another part of that person that you do get along with, that you do agree with. And I feel like because they're fixed air, when someone says something, when someone verbalizes something that they don't agree with, they're very stubborn. Like, I don't think that we can ever be cool because you said this one thing. And it's like, well, okay, that's fine. Like, you can disagree when it comes to that one idea or belief. That doesn't mean that you can't get along with them in other ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, number 2 for you Aquas. I want you guys to have better boundaries with your friends. I personally think all the air signs can work on this in different ways. But for Aquarius, I know you guys are, you know, Saturn ruled, which can actually be very good in terms of setting boundaries, but when it comes to your friends, I feel like y'all, like your friends, get away with murder. And I said the same thing about, you know, I said the same thing about Taurus, and come to think about it, I think a lot of the fixed signs do this. Because we are so stubborn and we think, well, the people that have been with me forever, like they can do no wrong. And I think that they can do wrong and you need to be aware of that. Especially for Aquariuses, I feel like for you guys, your friends are usually your chosen family.
Yeah.
Because Aquariuses have been different and an outlier and breaking rules since they were young, sometimes it's hard for them to connect with their family, like their family. So the friends that they do find, they become kind of like your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because you're so scared of losing them, Aquarius, you kind of let them take advantage of you. I know that maybe this is kind of hard to hear, but you do, because you love them so much. And although you can be so stubborn when it comes to these friends that you consider family, you don't speak out when things bother you or when they do something that bothers you. You know, that laid back Aqua energy can get you in a lot of trouble when it comes to friendship, because you are also the sign that is associated with the community.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of people know about you, you know a lot of people, your friends tell people about you, you're part of the community. You know, meaning a lot of people will hear about what you did for so-and-so or this person or your other friend, so they'll come back and ask you for that same favor. Be like, well, I heard what you do for so-and-so, can you do it for me?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that cycle just keeps on repeating because you're known to be this person that just gives it all away. And there's nothing wrong with being giving, but you need to understand that, like, not everyone deserves that, you know? So learn to set friendship boundaries, and remember, just because they're friendly doesn't mean they're your friend.
Ooh, a freaking bar. I feel like you just literally took me to school and I have nothing to say. I need to really internalize. Yes, I need to really personally internalize.
Like, being your best friend, like, I've seen this happen to you.
Yeah.
Because Aquarius placements, you're Sag too, but like Aquarius placements in general have big hearts when it comes to their connection.
Yes.
And they're willing to give it all for everyone. And like, at the end of the day, it comes back to that self-love shit. Like, you need to figure out, like, if you're good by yourself before you give it to everybody. And just because these 3 people you want to give everything to, that's fine. We all have those 3 people, but you can't be giving it to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna think about this one, Sarah.
Sit on it.
Thank you. You know how us Aquas do, like, I feel like everybody's gonna watch this video as an Aquarius and be like, I may not internalize all these things that they told me today, but I'm gonna think about it.
I was actually gonna say that Aquarius, more than any other sign, when they watch this video, they're gonna be like, didn't hit. And then like 2 weeks later, you know, now that I've had the time to process.
Right, gonna go back and watch it again.
Maybe there was some, like, maybe there's a
can agree with that, you know?
It's fine. Take your time, sweetie.
Yes, you take your time to process those emotions.
Yeah, I'll be here waiting.
Right, we will be. My next point for you, Aquas, is I want you to share more of your emotions with others. I feel like, Aquarius, I know you're feeling all the things, okay? It's such a lie that we're unemotional, you know, as we've said multiple times on this channel. But when we are in our feelings, we tend to distance ourselves and not tell people what's going on or like what the issue is, you know?
Yeah.
And most people can sense that energy change, as Sarah said. And it does everyone a disservice when you don't share how you're feeling in that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we want to have deeper connections with people, we share emotions. You know, that's very common in this society of what we do, you know? And if you don't want people to continue to say that you're cold or aloof, then you have to share these emotions, you know? You can't just kind of shut off and disappear and expect everything to kind of be okay afterwards, you know? People expect an explanation. You know?
They do. I mean, adults do.
They do.
And I kind of feel like the people that you want to surround yourself with do.
Yes.
Like, maybe it's easy to be around people who are aloof like you and who don't talk about shit, but again, where does that repressed anger come from? You keep being around these people who don't talk about shit, everything's fine, but deep down, all of you guys are angry. All of you guys are hanging out together. You know what I mean?
Right. And it feels good to let things off your chest, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Like, it feels so freaking good.
I can tell you, as a Scorpio with a lot of anger that I've worked through and still have to work through, it feels good to express myself and to be around people that validate these emotions. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, my final and last tip for you Aquas. I want you guys to understand the people and things you deemed as ordinary or normal before you judge them. You know, Aquas generally get along with all types of people, but the people that you guys have the most distaste for are the ones that usually blend in. You know, the ones that are normal. You know, you guys are like, well, listen, I'm Uranus ruled. I don't follow the rules. I'm different. Okay, I'm so different. That song by 2J?
Yes!
I'm different.
That's our anthem.
That's our anthem. And we get it. You are. We all know that you guys are suckers for some rule breaking, some standing out, you know? But the thing is, you can't judge people or things just based off of what you've heard or what you've seen a couple of times. You know, you're an air sign. Go talk to them. Go listen to that artist that everyone likes, that you feel like you can't like because everyone likes them. They might even surprise you, Aquarius. And I know y'all being Uranus ruled love being surprised. So just take that chance and just, I feel like you guys are so open-minded, but also closed-minded when it comes to certain things and people. And I want you guys to experience everything a few times before you tell yourself off of one time, oh, I don't like that. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like this leads me perfectly into my last point.
Let's get it then.
Is that I feel like, Aquarius, you don't know it all, okay? I'm sorry. I can say that as an Aquarius rising and as a Sagittarius who also has a God complex, okay? We got that, you know?
Put them in their place.
And I feel like we could be very condescending at times, you know? Like, let's be real with each other here in this moment.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Okay? So,
come for me.
But you can come for me because
she has
me.
Aquarius placement.
It's me too.
You know, I'm just gonna sit back.
Okay, so I get it.
Mine,
you know?
take the wheel.
Right, I get it. We have these amazing revolutionary ideas, right?
Fact.
And most people really should be adopting them. But you can't force them onto people. And quite frankly, making them feel dumb isn't gonna make them come around to your side quicker.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Aquarius energy, when you don't agree with them, can make you feel, like I said, very condescending or make you feel dumb for even going against what they're thinking, you know? And that turns people off. So my recommendation for y'all is, if you feel the need to teach somebody something, maybe wait like 30 minutes, okay? Like go on a walk. Ultimately, I want you to like create some space between you.
Which y'all love. You love space until
space.
you feel the need to be an asshole.
Exactly. You know? So if you're feeling
Love you.
like,
Sorry.
empowered in that moment, she's like, ah, shit.
You know how hard it is for me to not keep like adding to what you're saying.
So, you guys, like I said, create space between you and this idea or this problem. Try to think about it from other sides. I feel like Sarah said earlier, you know what I mean? Aquarius energy, while we're so revolutionary in some ways, we can actually be very close-minded in other ways. You know, like very resistant to change. And I feel like that could be because of our fixed energy. And we have a hard time adopting other people's new ideas. You know, we can do it very easily on our own.
Your first instinct is to reject it.
Yes. But other people have good ideas too. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to collaborate with them and not immediately shut them down.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I feel like when Aqua is vibrating at their highest potential, this isn't necessarily an issue. But
it's not.
I mean,
it's the case for all the signs. It's finding that perfect balance. You know, like you can learn a lot from your sister sign Leo. Leo can learn a lot from you. What you can learn from Leo is to just push everyone to be their best selves, even if they don't agree with you. Leo puts that fire under people's asses too. You know, it lets them shine. Leo energy lets people shine. Sometimes I feel like Aqua energy, when it sees people being confident in something, but it's something that Aquarius doesn't agree with, they make it cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, it comes back to the fact that you can be right and they can be right too. That doesn't mean you don't have to associate yourself with them. Like Maya said, sometimes when you collaborate with people or you become friends with people that you just don't see eye to eye with, magic can happen.
Yes.
But you have to let it get there. You know what I mean? Like they can learn something from you, you can learn something from them.
I feel like it goes back to our, first few points of like share your emotions.
Yeah.
Explain further how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just get cold and stop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
I tend to do that. I get it. But don't do it.
Yeah.
You know? It's about evolution. Growth. Growth.
Okay, lovely Aquas, Aqua lovers. Thank you for kicking it with your internet besties, your favorite girls. If you didn't know, we have a podcast, and this podcast, we get into astrology, spirituality, celeb gossip, our feelings, our emotions, healing, all that good shit.
Yeah.
So if you like that, check out the podcast. It's available on all podcast streaming platforms and on YouTube every Wednesday on this channel. And at the end of each YouTube video, we have a question that we dig into deeper in the podcast. So, are you ready for this week's question?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So the question is, what holds Aquarius placements back the most? So we're gonna get into it. We really are. So check out
personal.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
personal
real. It's real.
You know?
Yeah, so check it out. Like I said, links are down below. We post our regular YouTube videos every Monday and Thursday. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. What the heck are you doing?
Right.
All right, and share us with your friends if you think they'd like this channel, because they probably will.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna link our socials somewhere over here. We love you guys. I hope Aquarius season was amazing for you. Yes. I'm also ready for Pisces season. It's time.
I'm ready to release.
I'm ready to cry. We love you guys
so much.
Bye.